the real connection, what I found is that, and what is I understand on this path and elsewhere, is that the real relationship has to come with the higher self, with the divine. It's within ourselves, and no amount of kind people are going to take the place of that. No relationship is going to take the place of that. No, as was shared, no car, no book is going to take the place of that. And to be able to trust that I'm not really running this here, that there is a deeper light that's guiding and love. And in that way, I honestly feel that is how could actually be in a relationship. Because it's not something I have to have, but it's a wonderful blessing that we're there. And let me just check the watch here. And there was a recent situation I want to tail back with the conflict, because in the spiritual realm, I had the mistaken idea or community that never get angry, never have disagreement, we get along, or somehow, and what I'd heard an early talk from Swami Kriyananda not that long ago, and he said, talking about it's important to be who you are as well. That yes, we're reaching for a dharmic thing, but we can't, there's not going to do any good to repress. So to say, if we're angry, and to say, I'm not angry, I'm a devotee, and therefore I'm not really angry, is not going to help. It's just going to come out like in a upset stomach or a repression or something else. And so so it's like, no, admit it, but then it's I recognize I'm angry, but what do I want to do about it? I don't want to, and then there's that thing. There's a fork in the road, and it's like that being present. Do I want to stay angry? Does it feel good to stay angry? And come up with all the reasons? Or there's that thing of just pausing and breathing. Breathing is good. And tapping in what is really important. And this is where, as suggestions of things that really help, is from my experience at least, don't do it alone. Get loving support. And whether it's Ananda or whether it's somewhere else, there is loving support. And there are people that have those qualities. And what has touched me the most, and inspires me still the most, about, frankly, Yogananda, and I was blessed to meet Swami Kriyananda, and so many of the people in the community, including people in Los Angeles, is even more than the joy, is the love of people. It's the love and the caring that really, really is what brings me and gives me the strength. And so if you want to be loving, like they say, if you're an artist, you go into like an artist colony, or if you're a musician, you find a band to play with. If you want to learn how to be more loving and kind, be around people that are kind, and be around people that exemplify that. And I can say that, when there's times when I'm not feeling loving, like maybe there's a situation where I'm cranky, or I'm wanting to make a snap judgment, and it happens, or I'm on the road, and I'm getting impatient. I did speaking of Mr. Rogers, a friend of mine gave me a little Mr. Rogers toy that you put in the car, and he says things, he pushes it like, I like you just the way you are. Or there's nobody in the world just like you. And it's very sweet. And I can, like when I'm getting annoyed, it's my adult ego is getting mad because someone's cutting me off on the road in Koreatown, then I can see that, and then I can pause that and remember, is that really what I want? Do I really need to get caught up in that? And then to remember to slow down and tap in. No, it doesn't feel good like that. It feels better to be loving. It feels better to be patient. It feels better to me. But that when I have those, I'll also reflect, like, how would this person, how would Narayan, or how would Gyandev, or how would so-and-so, how would they handle this situation? Because I've seen the people, how they handle it. And I'll just say there was a recent thing where I was really angry about something, and I hadn't been that angry in a long time, and it was a thing with someone in the community, and I called one of our members, who's a light bearer. He happened to be there, who recently moved from Palo Alto, and I vented, and you know, he was so calm and loving, and he even chuckled, says, oh, maybe this is meant to come up right now, this thing for you guys, and he was able to say, but is this how you really, do you want to stay angry like this right now, or do you want to get more centered here so we can talk like you've been before? And just within a few minutes, was able to start to get aligned again. And then there's another thing, as far as tools for, it's okay to say, you know, honey, I'm sorry. I called him actually, this good soul, and I said, I'm sorry I had to vent at you, that it came out that way. He didn't ask for that, and he really appreciated it, he accepted it. But also with others, of course we're gonna make mistakes. I remember Yogananda would say, one of our great teacher, the leading teacher training supervisor at Ananda Village, he says, it's not about if we're gonna make mistakes, it's a question of when and how we're gonna handle it when it comes up. And in a healthy spiritual environment, there's more bounce room to make mistakes.